Hi there, it's Cindy from Frencheezee.com. In this lesson, you're going to learn all the different ways of saying hello in French, including when to use each one. If you'd like to practice this or any other aspect of your French with a native French teacher, have a look in the description for the offer italki is offering my viewers. How to say hello in French. Comment dire bonjour en français? There are different ways of saying hello in French, and what you need to know is that some of those ways are more formal than others. So let's start with the more formal ways of saying hello. So if it's morning or afternoon and you meet an acquaintance, you want to say bonjour. Bonjour. Bonjour literally means good day, but it is also used to mean good morning. If you want to sound more French when saying bonjour, remember that O and N create a new vowel sound. So basically the N in bonjour is not pronounced like a consonant. Bonjour, not bonjour. Do you hear the difference? And from about 5:30, 6 o'clock in the evening, you want to say bonsoir instead. Bonsoir, which translates to good evening. Bonsoir. Of course, these are the more formal ways of saying hello in French, but that's not to say that you can't use it with people you know very well, because you can. It just means that if you meet strangers or acquaintances, those are definitely the ones you want to use when saying hello to them. If you want to say hello in the afternoon, don't be tempted to translate the English word for word, because bon après-midi is actually used when leaving. It does mean good afternoon, but it's like wishing someone a good afternoon upon leaving. The same is true of bonne soirée, which also translates to good evening, but is used when you're leaving. Basically, saying bonne soirée to someone is somewhat like saying, I hope you have a nice evening. And saying bon après-midi is like saying, have a nice afternoon. So, for example, bonjour Monsieur Durand, comment allez-vous aujourd'hui? Hello Mr. Durand, how are you today? When meeting family and friends, just like in English, where you would use hi instead of hello, you're much more likely to use an informal way of saying hello in French. So if a friend comes to visit you, you can either say salut, salut, the T is silent, or coucou, coucou. Bear in mind though that salut is much more common than coucou. Coucou is actually more often used with children. So, for example, salut Jeanne, comment ça va? Ça va bien, merci. Et toi? Hi Jeanne, how are you? Good, thanks. And you? Something else you need to know is that French people have a special way of saying hello when they are answering the phone. So, if you ever answer the phone in French, say allô, allô, allô. Having said that, if you call a business, they will not say allô, but bonjour, followed by the name of their business, because they want to be more formal. Saying allô is also a cheeky way of checking if someone's listening. A bit like hello, allô. So for example, allô? Allô Julie, c'est Marc. Comment vas-tu? Hello? Hello Julie, it's Mark. How are you? And finally, from a cultural standpoint, how do French people say hello in France? In France, when saying hello to family and friends or acquaintances, you usually give them one kiss or two kisses, one on each cheek. From personal experience, I can tell you that is such a pain and also can be quite awkward, because you never know if the person is gonna give you one or two kisses. So sometimes you pull away and the person was getting ready to give you a second one, and it's rather embarrassing. Or if you have a room full of people and you have to go around and kiss everybody, it's a bit of a pain too, but there you go. That's how it is. Having said that, men don't usually kiss other men unless they're very close family members. If you're in the street and you see someone you know quite far away or in their car passing you by, you can wave at them to say hello. In formal settings, generally people shake hands to say hello. And if you're greeting a stranger, you usually just say bonjour. There is normally no physical contact with complete strangers. However, complete strangers don't include friends of friends. Those are considered acquaintances, and so you may well have to kiss them. And finally, French people don't normally hug. On the odd occasion, very, very close family members, such as a parent and a child, or very, very close friends might hug, but that is definitely not the norm. Just like you might feel very awkward about having to kiss everybody, French people would feel very awkward if you came at them with your arms wide open expecting a hug. C'est la fin de la leçon. J'espère qu'elle vous a été utile. Don't forget you can also follow me on my social media for more exclusive content. The links are in the description of this video. Thanks for watching. Bye!